Hi YouTube viewers, and welcome to December Earth Predictions readings. Thank you for taking the time to come and follow this series that we've been doing, of which they appear to have some really amazing accuracies involved. Last month for November seemed rather poignant, the message that I was giving in the beginning of the video regards the typhoons that had been sweeping across our globe. And of course in November we had the apocalyptic, they have described it, typhoons that swept through the Philippines and particularly the city of Tacloban. So my thoughts and prayers to all that suffered somehow in that. Felt very moved by the severe loss and trauma and ongoing trauma that the survivors are now going through. So if you can feel it in your hearts and you have any spare cash, a donation towards them and towards helping move forward in the future and re-establish their communities and their faith would be a magnificent gesture. And going back just briefly to touch on that subject again of weather related issues, I talk about it often. It's kind of where my heart is at. I really am closely connected to Earth and Gaia and the universe, and I can tell you now that those type of events, and not just weather but also the volcanic, the quakes, they are becoming more frequent. And I've talked about this as well. It's not climate change as such that humans are causing. Yes, of course we can do more to help our planet. Why wouldn't we? For health benefits and for all the other reasons that will help our planet out as well as ourselves. But I can't emphasize enough, it's a galactic issue that's occurring. So whether or not we can work a way to moving forward with that and learning about it and making new technologies that help us go through it, that's what we really need to focus on as well. A brilliant channel I recommend everybody subscribe to is on YouTube, Suspicious Observers. He has some amazing information that is there for you all to uplift and understand and learn. And I highly recommend his channel for listening to and gaining some knowledge about what is happening in our universe. Anyhow, we'll move straight into the reading now. We have the first card for December is the Wheel. I often think of the wheel as the cycle of life. It's as if we are always constantly turning. Nothing ever stops. And I love to say that for anyone who is stuck in a fearful or space where things are a little bit negative for them. Remember this, it's such a simple message but it's so important. Nothing remains the same. Change is the only constant for us here while we're alive. So if you're in a place that isn't so happy or isn't so great, it will move on. Nothing remains the same, and that is kind of what the wheel message seems to be. The evolution, the constant grinding, the moving of life. I also think of planets, planetary cycles, planet lineups, things to do with the stars. So we're looking up in the heavens again. Planets that might be coming and going, things that move across our skies. And this card does have a lot of water in it, fast moving water. So for December we're still talking about water issues. Again, I kind of said in my 2014 prediction video we were going to start the year of 2014 and its energies kind of start in late 2013 because everything just flows. It's not a cut-off date. But I did say it would start really full on, and I still get the feeling December is still going to be quite a full on month. The next card that arrived was the Moon. Well, it was there in November. So the message from that was again planets, maybe a full moon issue, maybe lunar, solar, animal messages, the sea, quakes in the sea, the Tropic of Capricorn, all of those type of messages. Boats, water again, whether it be falling, rain type water or water in the sea, our sea being mucked up, moved around. there's the next card, the libido. Again, it was here in November. I felt that energy, and I always say, whoosh, strong. The typhoon arrived. So really forceful, surging energy. Watery, often watery, windy, just powerful, immense power surging from this. Animals, sea, water, all of those. But again, here's a real positive. The libido also represents happy occasions, like big grand parades and lots of people gathered where there's happiness. And of course we are coming into December and the religious ceremony of December for all the Christians around the world who are going to be so happy celebrating the whole reason of Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ. So for all of the people who follow Christmas from a religious perspective, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas too and enjoy it. The next card that arrived was a bit of a strange one because it came like that. It's the Beauty reversed. Now, I really don't know what to think about that, because I don't even know why it got there upside down. So often with the Beauty we think of a person or woman, females in and around England in particular, or English heritage, or something to do with that type of thing. So could we say, if it's upside down, could it refer to whatever would be the norm for a particular person that this might end up being? And it can be superstars or models or famous people or partners of political, wives of political people. Could it end up being that this person does the complete opposite of what they would normally do? That's just one of the messages I wondered with that card. The next one is the Father. Again, we've got this wonderful pointing to the stars, lots of activity in our sky again. And of course we're watching ISON being tracked through. At the moment when I'm doing this reading in late November, they're talking about ISON about to explode because it's had an outgassing. It's become particularly bright in a really short time, and it's having lots of CMEs just flowing at it. The sun's been doing some really irregular activity as well. So we've got lots to look at in the skies. There's also Comet Encke and I think Comet Lovejoy. And there's just masses. There's so much movement going on around us which affects our planet and us. Don't forget that, because we're all part of this. We're all connected. It also talks about things falling from the sky, asteroids, meteorites, missiles going up, rockets, space exploration, anything to do that you can think of with the skies, planes, all sorts of stuff along those lines. It also talks about men, fathers and sons, family issues, legal issues to do with families coming up that affect family groups and children, and possibly aggressive war energies. I think we're still going to get a flaring up of, all the people that are fighting, especially through the Middle East again, and that's just going to flare up. Tensions. There's tensions everywhere. No one seems to be that happy at the moment. They're working through things. The last one is work. Again, we've got the whole cycle of life. We've got the wheel turned up twice. These are all wheels. I often think of time for this. So we're talking time issues, big engines, boats, planes, things that ferry people around, ships, trains, issues to do with them. Time, something about time, often when this work turns up, because it looks like a clock, the insides of a clock. And also I think power outages for some reason. There might be some sort of issue to do with even the internet, or something about losing power. Or the crystal there beside the cards is beautiful rose quartz crystal. The second crystal we have here is a beautiful little double tetrahedron. It was charged in the large pyramids at Giza in the king's chamber. So that's a beautiful little crystal that's there. Anyhow, guys, wishing you all a very happy and peaceful December, happy festive holidays. For us in the southern hemisphere, it's our summer. It's a beautiful time. I always love Christmas, and I love the summer energy and the feel and the vibration. So wishing you all much aroha, peace, joy and happiness. Namaste.